What's stopping you from achieving your goals? I want to ask, is it fear? Okay, let me share one of my very personal experiences with you. This is from my past. I was in college. Now, I was standing backstage, shuffling my feet nervously, with my heart pounding so hard that I felt it would leap out of my body and sprint away from the large audience which awaited me. And just then, I heard my name being called out. It was my turn to go on stage and perform an act, and that too completely alone. Now, as I went up on the stage, I could not believe that I was actually doing this. I faced a humongous crowd, a humongous audience, which I couldn't even see properly with the blinding lights that pointed directly at me. Now, at that moment, I closed my eyes. I took a deep breath. I stopped thinking about the end result, and I simply performed. And what I learned was that fear can be destructive. It can shatter our dreams and our confidence, leaving us hopeless and scarred for life. On the contrary, it could also prove to be the driving force pushing us towards a glorious future. You know, the only difference is in the way we deal with it in reality. With this, let me break your first myth, the myth we all believe that we all have fears. Most of us foolishly think that the successful people in the world who confidently stand on the stage and talk for hours without a stutter or a fumble have been blessed with a heart which has absolutely no fear. They dwell in this world fearlessly with no inhibitions, utmost confidence, and maybe natural talents. That's what we believe. But it's wrong. I repeat, it's wrong. Everybody, yes, everybody, even the best public speakers, orators, performers, and presenters, all have some fears. It's just the way they have mastered the art of concealing and controlling their fears and using them to achieve their best results. So let's unravel the secrets behind the art of conquering your fears and inhibitions. For this, I would suggest the first step: become aware of your fears. In fact, look for fears. Yes, they will in fact become your guide to identifying the critical areas that need improvement. Critically list down all your fears and look at them. Look at them like a doctor would look at a patient's wound. Yes, embrace your fears, accept them, and start looking for ways to deal with them. That's the first step. And trust me, having fears is natural. Consider them as your planning tools to know yourself fully. In fact, I would go one step further to say that ignoring your fears is like blindfolding yourself while you're cutting vegetables. You'll never get it right. Instead, only end up hurting yourself with the knife that you're using. So knowing your fears is like knowing yourself. And once you know exactly what your fears are, all you have to do is dig to the roots of your fears, and that too now. Remember, no procrastination at all, no delays whatsoever. And that takes me to the next step. Once you identify the exact reasons behind your fears, half your battle is anyways won. Start busting the imaginary monster behind your fears. Okay? So what you'll get is, you'll find that most of your fears are baseless and are merely based on your assumptions. Now these assumptions are something like failing, trying something new, of being judged. You assume that you're isolated, you're mocked for not being good enough. Just knock them all out right away. For the rest, start looking for solutions. Seek help. It's just not a big deal. Help at the right time will motivate you. Don't keep it to yourself all the time. This help at the right time will make you constantly move forward towards your goal. You have to be smart. You have to be smart to approach the right people and the mentors who'd be willing to partner in your journey to, conquer your fears and maybe, help you reach your goals. So go out and seek help wherever you need it. That'll be the first and the biggest fear that I think you will ever be able to conquer. Most important fear to conquer. Make an effort to push yourself out of your comfort zone. For once, forget all your inhibitions, assumptions regarding what people say or think about you. Human memory is so short that no one will remember your days in the dark when you'll be basking in the days of glory, in the light of your glory. Now at that time, the same people who you thought were mocking you will embrace you like never before. So you have to persist through all your hurdles. This is the next point I want to come to. So first you have to list down your fears, look for your mentors who can help you, and now you have to persist through the hurdles. So even after you've identified your fears, like what I said, and sought help from the right mentors, you will still face challenges and hurdles to reach your goals and achieve them. Now, to tackle this phase, you have to persist. You have to persist, persist, and persist. You have to continue your efforts despite your short-term failures. Have a clear vision of your long-term goals and continue to dream and imagine being there someday. Enjoy the process, because the process will be the prize. Now, the third most important while you do this, is self-assessment to help keep you on track. Now, I always say 2 words, nirak parak. You have to do that continuous nirak parak. Before you seek feedback from experts, keep doing a personal self-assessment, and that too as a self-critic. Focus on what you had planned to do versus what efforts you have actually put in, and the results would be right there before you. Now, what you have done is you've become aware of your fears, most important. So knowing your fears is like knowing yourself. You have sought help. Trust me, it's not a big deal. Go out, seek help, look for the right people who can guide you. There still will be challenges, persist through all those hurdles. And I'm very, very sure and confident with my experience that very soon you will be able to overcome all your fears and you'll be able to achieve all your goals and be happy.